G'day, welcome to the fifth battle in my ongoing Second Punic War campaign. This is a typical history one, I think you call it. I'm kind of going where I please. Each battle sort of dictates the story, but I'm not taking any records or anything like that. I'm doing the easy. It's a lazy campaign. Let's call it the Punic War lazy campaign. Last time we were in Sicily. Today we're in the Po Valley. Hannibal's coming down from the Alps. He sent out messages to his Celtic or Gaelic allies and saying his army's half starved. He needs food and supplies before he opens a can of whoop-ass on the Romans. So the Boii and a few other tribes have ventured into Roman territory and are rustling cattle and doing your standard murder and take everything kind of thing. Scipio, of course, has reacted to that. He's in the area. He's marched out with his Roman army and he's going to put an end to this pillaging. So that's the premise for today's game: Roman versus warlike Gauls. I'm not sticking strictly to the lists in the Triumph book. This is a double-sized game of Triumph, 96 points roughly. I've tweaked a few things to suit the campaign. We'll go through the armies now and the battlefield, and we'll get stuck into the game. Let's first take a look at the Gauls. The dice represent where the commands are. So the blue dice is in the center. The yellow dice is over here on their right, and on their left is the white command. Let's start down here. In this game we've got 6 spaces of warband, which are basically the Gaelic version of light foot. We have a Jav-Cav general, some bad horse, and just off screen there's 2 more bad horse lurking on the flank, which you can't see. In the center, in front of the camp, is the main command, and that's 12 stands of warriors. The general's right in the middle here with the standards. They're 2 rows deep because they get rear support, so that's an advantage they get. And then lastly, over here we have the yellow command, and that's got another 7 stands of warriors with the general right in the middle, and out on the flank he's got 2 warband and 2 rebel. So that's the Gaelic deployment. Let's take a look at the Roman army now. It's quite a bit smaller, but it's a professional fighting force. It's well hard, so it's going to have trouble on the flanks, but hopefully Scipio can sort these Gauls out, send them packing. We'll start in the central command between the blue dice. The red shields I'm classing as Romans, so they're all elite foot. The white shields are their allies, so I'm classing those as just heavy foot, which is kind of the options in the lists. So in this command we have 2 Balearic slingers, which are light skirmishers or soloi, 4 heavy foot and 3 elite foot. In the white command we have again 2 Balearic slingers, 4 heavy foot and 3 elite foot, and a Jav-Cav general. And right down the end here we have 4 elite foot, 4 velites or light foot, and a Jav-Cav general. So break points wise, what I've done is normally in Triumph you have a 48 point army, and breaks it when it gets to a third, so 16 points. In this game, because the commands are a lot smaller, between 30 and 36 points, that would just be too fewer troops to take off before the command breaks. So what I've done is I've put them, I've halved them and then minus 3 points off that. So this command in the center, for example, is 30 points, so half of that's 15, minus 3 is 12. So this is going to break on 12. This command breaks on 12. This command breaks on 14, and this breaks on 13. And I've done the same with the Gauls. They're a little bit bigger. I think I put 102 points in their army, so they have a bit more wiggle room break-wise. But yeah, looking forward to this. It's going to be a good stoush. All right, let's take a quick look at the terrain, and then we'll just whip into it. Oh, dice-wise, I'm going to roll a yellow, a blue, and a white dice for each command pits, but because these are smaller than standard armies, any 6 rolled will be converted to a 3. So you'll never get 6 points as a general. That'll go down to 3. That's just so armies don't have an overabundance of pips. All right, let's take a quick look at the battlefield, and then we'll whip into it. Over on the right, on the Roman right, it's a vast open plain. Just has one big field there. The fence is just for looks, really. It's just a field, so it's rough going. Infantry's got to be in column, and cavalry don't like going in there. Standard sort of stuff. Moving into the centre, it's again a big open plain. There's 2 small hills, gentle hills, on the centre left. So whoever has the uphill advantage is the higher one, gets a +1 in combat. And then across my newly completed blue stream is the border of the table, and there's a small wood here. So that's the table. Let's crack into the Gauls won the initiative, so let's crack into their first turn. We'll start with the central command, and with just 2 pips, they just want to do a double march move, so they can move twice, which makes them roar up to here. They're going to get up and over the hill. They don't want to fight with the downhill disadvantage. They're ready to show these Romans what for. So that's them done. 4 on this flank. I think these boys here will double move up. The warriors will come up. So that's cost 2. 2 left. And these boys will spend the other 2 marching up to there. And the rebel get left behind. Or rebel. The last command has only got 3. I think these guys will move up 1. And then these lads over here will do a double move for 2. And that's the first turn done with the Gauls. Roman dice. Oh, tragedy. Absolute tragedy. Let's start over here on this flank. I think we're just going to come forward. Try and get on the hill. We're going to have problems with lads over there. We're going to have problems everywhere. It's a disaster. Oh no, too early to bust out that word. I think we'll just leave our general back. He'll hang back. Centre's going to do the same. It's just going to come forward. Right, on the Roman right, we've got a smorgasbord of pips, and we've got some cavalry over here that are going to be a problem. I think we'll start by bring those up for 1. Going to try and start doing tricky moves this early in the game. It's going to be a disaster. So they're out of. They can still march move. So that's going to cost me 2. There's 2 left. I think these boys are going to go to here and try and give those cavalries the scare. Gives me 1 left. And I think this lad's going to get to there. He can't quite get into line. That's Roman turnover. Turn 2. Pips for the Gauls. Interesting. Well, let's go with the centre command while the camera's there. And we're going to go with the tricky manoeuvre, complicated as it is, which involves blowing trumpets, screaming, and running forwards. We're only going to get one move in this time because we're within much move range. But that's right, we're over the hill. We'll be in there cutting up Romans in no time at all. So we've got 3 pips. We can only use one of them. Done. Over here, we've only got 2 pips. So, I mean, these guys have to keep pace. So that's one of them. No laggers in this army. Well, except for the rabble. But we don't really care about them. So that's 1 pip. 1 to go. Which will be move these guys out here. Poor rabble have been forgotten about. Too slow and too hairy. No, we've got 3 pips here. These boys can catch up with the line for 1. These guys don't get rear support, I don't think. They may do, but they want a bank rank to fill holes anyway. So that's cost us 1. We've got 2 left, and we want to be moving these lads for 2. Okay, let's have a little think about this. So he's going to get to there for 1, and he's going to join him for 2. There we go. That's all you can do. Things are starting to look dangerous. Roman turn 2. Come on, Romans. Let's go. That's a disaster. And they need more pips than that on the flanks. Oh, it's all gone horribly wrong for them. Let's start with our measly 1. He goes out there. No. So 1, they're going to just go like that. That's all they can do. I think they're going to stay still in the centre because they advance. They're going to come out of line. They have got 2 pips here. So they're going to pull 1 guy down here, and they're going to move their Cav into support range of him. And that's the Roman turnover. Not much activity. They're standing like a stone wall, ready for the oncoming storm. Turn 3. Well, we're in the middle. Why don't we start with in the middle? The question is, do the Gauls want a conclusion in the middle, or do they want to work the flanks? Let's zoom out a bit and look at the tactical situation. The problem they've got going in the centre is these boys, because these heavy infantry can't actually kill them. They can just chase them off. If they double them, they chase them away, but what it does is it pulls them. They have to pursue them. So if the line comes up here and fights these and pursues, then these guys run away and these guys get drawn as a single element into combat with the Romans, and that's bad. So those skirmishes are going to prove to be a real problem, and they've got no skirmishes themselves to take care of them. They really just want to get their train smashing wrecking ball of a heavy infantry straight into that Roman line without those skirmishes. Can't really get rid of them. So maybe we want to work the flanks of the Roman. And the problem we've got with that is down here, these guys, well, they can quick kill those, but they're going to be a factor down, and they could get mobbed by the horse. So that flank could go horribly long. On the other hand, we're kind of neutralised down at this flank. The storm clouds are gathering. Too much thinking and not enough doing. After that intense tactical analysis, the Gauls have decided to go forward. Unsurprisingly, really. In we go. So the centre only gets 1 pip, so that's all they can do. What we might do is we'll just show a glimmer of tactical thinking and not come all the way forward. We'll just annoyingly put that guy on the hill so he doesn't sit right. That's good. That's a good plan. So they're going to come forward a little bit. They're a little less sure of what's doing. They're not so as bold as they were before. The Romans don't appear to be running away or wetting their pants. They seem to be standing there quite strong. So that's that one done. So we've got 5 left with these boys. And what I'm thinking is, we go, that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. 5. Come on, rebel. What are you doing back there, man? Nothing. That's what you're doing. So we extended our line a little bit, just to put a bit more pressure on the Romans. So that's probably a bit of you. So we've extended our line out. This guy's not quite got into formation, and we're going to put pressure on here and pressure on the flank. So that Jav cab, if he's going to help someone, he's going to have to make a decision who it is. Meanwhile, these guys are just watching. Useless. Over on this side, well, we definitely have to spend 1 to bring these boys. Keep pace with the line. This general doesn't want to be looked down upon as someone who didn't pull his weight. So he's coming forward. We've got 2 pips left, and these guys aren't zocked. So they're going to go right around to here. Just to be really annoying. Oh, itchy eye socket. Let's go. Get rid of that itchy eye socket. Well, normally that would be a fantastic roll. But that goes down to a 3, and that goes down to a 3 for the Romans. What to do? What to do in this? What's going to be a smash, bang, crash? The Romans have got their own problems because they don't want to rush in with these guys, because if they attack and the Gauls chase them off, then they've got time to reorganize their lines before the Romans go in. But on the other hand, they can't afford to wait too long because their flanks are in danger of getting... So the choices are go in with everything and hope that the central commands don't get enough pips to reorganize, but I think they more than likely will, or deal with the flank surprise. Oh, these guys have got enough to get in. It's touch and go. They're right on there. Jeepers, there's a lot of thinking going on in this game, and it's a bash and crash game. Let's start here. 1. So I've come up with bad plans before, but this is probably the worst. I'm splitting my forces up. Why would you do that? This Roman general's an idiot. In fact, I won't do that. He's rethought his plan. He's going to move to there. That's what he's going to do. He's coming out of the shrubberies, and he's going to try and pin these guys down to stop them moving around. And he's successfully done it to one of them, but not to the other. But he wants them. He wants to tie those boys down. So that's this flank done. I think here... I think here... He's going to go to there, and the multi-moving general isn't going to get there. After all that, he only moves 8. So the general's going to move to here, so he can deal with the disasters. That's all we can do. We've got our first cheeky little combat. Roman red, Gauls are green, elite foot 5, overlap 4, warband 3. But the warband don't have to beat him to kill him. Oh, disaster. So the Romans get to 8 and the warband get to 9. That's not good. That's not good. And these must pursue, I believe. Turn for the Gauls, and they're pretty happy. They really needed the 4 where the 2 is, and the 2 where the 4 is. This is the bit in the movie where they stand facing everyone and start yelling and blowing horns, because I don't think the Gauls are ready to go in yet. I think they've sniffed success on the flank. The problem is if we go in here, I don't know if you can see right down the end. If we go in here right down the end, bad horse are only 2 against Lightfoot, and Lightfoot are 2, so it's a 2-2. So if we lose that, if the Gauls lose that, then that frees up a whole bunch of Lightfoot to go through the field and harangue them. So I'm not so sure if they want to go in there, but on the over-analysing side of it, if they don't go in, then these Lightfoot are free to go around and harangue them anyway. So they might have to go in there. We've only got 2 pips, So I think we're just going to move him to form a group for 1. And he's going to come into the fold for 2. The middle line's going to stay still because they're not advancing without their flank support. Over here, we're going in. We're in for 1. So we're going to fight down this end of the table. It's a 2-2, so it doesn't matter where we're going. Let's start on the outside. 2-2. Oh, that's a pushback with the Romans. Now we're a 2-1. That's better odds. 3-5, and that's another pushback. Sorry, fences, you're going to have to give way. So not much, just push the Romans back. Over to the Romans pips. Oh dear. That's a disaster. I've got to stop saying that. That's not a good haul. And these guys are in the rough now, so they can't move as a group. Does the general rock over and just smash into them? That's the big question. Does the general just race over there? Or does he send one of his minions? Neither are going to get there, so I think he's going to send a minion. The centre's safe. It's just the right flank underwear problem, and the fact that there's naked men without any underwear lapping the flank. I don't want to send the general in. I've got problems. They haven't quite got enough juice to lap him. And I could send old mate down here to help, but he's going to take 1.5 years to get there because he's wearing heavy armour. We're going to play for time. So he's crossing both their flank lines. So that means that even though they've got the movement, they can't lap him. Pip dice, no point making the plan unless you know your pip dice. Well, I am thinking that we could stand here all day, but we're hungry and we need some lunch. So, 3 pips. Oh, it's just disaster. Those pesky little skirmishers throwing rocks around. It's just a disaster. We're going in here for 1. The big question is, are we in the rough there? Because that's bad. And 2, we're going to suck the Kumara and we're going to go in there. We didn't get enough pips to do what we wanted to do. So this is going to end badly. I know it. Over in the centre, we've got 3 pips. Where's the weak bit? So these can go in and adjust. So that's cost 1. We were within 3, so that's 2. Three. Here's your 3. Now things are going to get ugly. Right down here we've got 2. I think we're just going to move the rabble up. No. I think this will be 1. We get a free slide to conform. So we'll move these ones. We'll move these ones first. They'll conform and go into there. So these are 2. So they've slid and conformed. And then imagine I moved those second, even though I didn't move them second, but just try and imagine that. Mate, you need to look at your sword quality, mate, because your sword's pretty soft. It's a bit bendy. No wonder the Romans can give you the slap. Right, so there's going to be a bit of fighting going on this time. I think we want to start down here. Now, something I didn't think about as a Roman player is I'm going to say that these guys are over the crest of the hill now, so they're going to get uphill advantage. So these guys start at 3, rear support 4, uphill advantage 5. And these guys start at 5, but they're flanked, so they're down to 4. And if they lose, they die. They didn't lose though. They tightened up their sandal straps and dug it in. So that's a draw. So next I think we move over to here. And these guys will be zip place 3. That's a 6-6, so they're not going anywhere. You're supposed to run away, slingers. You're supposed to run away. Right, let's go here. So these guys are elite 5. And these guys are 3, 4, overlapped 3, uphill 5, 4. Something. Let's roll the dice to see if it matters. Basic maths, son. Oh, that's got to be a win to the Romans, doesn't it? It's not a double though. So back you go. Let's have a look at the fight in the middle now. We'll go with this guy. He is double overlapped, so he's zip, plays 3. 4-2, that's doubled. So he's going to go back, the base width, and then retreat 4. And this guy must pursue. We'll try here now, and it's the same thing again. Oh, these slingers are made of hard stuff. So he is zip, so he gets to 6, and he is 7, so he beats him and goes there. But it doesn't matter, because if he beats somebody, he still has to pursue. He can't take his friend with him though. In the centre, this might be a bit more interesting, because these are 3, rear support 4, and these are 4. So it's a 4-4. Anyone's game here. Oh, and that's a win to these guys, so it kills those guys. So then these guys come through in combat. Might have messed it up, but we've gone back in time and sorted it out. The last combat we've got is over here, which is a 3-zip. Oh, and the Romans roll big again. And they get to 5. They actually beat the Gauls and push them back. Bloody hell. Shock horrors. Well done. Last combat, 2-2. Oh, and that's a win to the Romans. That's going to be bad. Because I'm going to say that this guy is fighting in the rough. It's 50-50. Do we roll the dice? It's right on the edge. We're going to roll the dice. 4, 5, 6, he's in the rough. He's not in the rough. So this guy is 2, and he is 2, overlap 1, plays 2. Oh my gosh. Roman disaster. So he gets to 7 and he gets to 3. Dead. That's no good. That's no good at all. Romans need some pips. They need them bad. Oh, they got him. They got some pips. We might as well start down here. We're here now. And there's a pretty simple move going on here. And that is in. There's 2 gone. So we've got 3 more pips left. Here's 1. And there's 2. We've got 1 left. And he's just going to move to there. Right, in the central mess, they've got 2. They've got 2. I don't know if they want to do anything. We could gamble. We could gamble on a win here. We are gamblers. And we could send this guy forward for 1. and move him into there for 2. That's all we're going to do. We've got 5 pips over here, but we've got no spare troops. That's the problem. We've got no spare troops. So I think we're going to be doing something incredibly stupid. Anyone that knows this game will probably write and go, "You're crazy, man." But I think the general's got enough pips to get to here. And he's got enough length to get to there, and that's what he's going to do. And we might move this guy down 1 step at a time. Actually, we might move him out to here, because he's going to have to fill some gaps. Right, time to fight. These boys are on the hill. They held up last time. Can they do it again? 5, overlap 4, 3, 4, 5 for the hill, overlapped 4. 4, 4. Oh, and the Romans did it. Good lads. Good lads. Moving down the line. 3 zip. There is a win by 3, so they're going to go back to there, I believe. I think we want to fight here because we have a double overlap. So these guys are just allied legions, so they're 4s. These are 3s, 4s, double overlapped, down to a 2. 4, 2. Ah, oh, disaster. Disaster. They needed to pull that off. That's a 5, 5. So we might as well go here. These guys are a 4, overlap 3, and these guys are a 3, overlap 2. Oh, now they pull it off. So 9, 4, dead. So the Romans would normally pursue, but they've got 2 battle cards which are called Hold the Line, which is a special ability. That means that they can stay in their formation because they're disciplined troops, and they're going to use one of those to stay right there. I never remember to use that card, but I'm making an effort. So we've done him. We've got this guy. And he really wants to win to get forward to help that guy. So he is elite 5, overlapped 4, and they are 3, overlapped 2. So 4, 2 again. They're 5, overlapped 4, plus 3 is 7, and they are 3, overlapped 2, plus 4 is 6. So they're going to go back. But the Romans can't come forward. So we're doing the same combat here. 5 overlap 4, 4 overlap 3. So that's another pushback. It's a shoving match. Let's go here. Jav Cav versus infantry is 3. Elite foot versus cavalry is 3. So it's a 3-3. Oh, it's a stick. Ah, dear. We might as well get this bad one out of the way then. 3, and they are 2, because they're bad horse, and they're overlapped. So there'll be 1. 3, 1. That is a H5. The Gauls could get in trouble here because they might get a bit surrounded. There's no good combats here. Let's go. We'll go here. 5. And these are 3, overlapped 2. I don't think they get rear support. No. So 2, 5. Come on, Romans. On a model. So 8, 6. Same again. Oh. 2, 6, 5, 7. No, back you go. Romans can't catch a break. They had a good opportunity for a crack the wall and disturb the Gauls. Right here, this is your last big hope. So they've got to fight to the front, so they're 2 overlapped 1, and these guys are 2 flanked 1. 1-1. The Gauls the Gauls push the Romans off. Ah, damn the Romans. Bad luck, boys. Bad luck. They just needed to beat him to kill him, and they couldn't do it. Pips for turn 6. That's quite a good roll. Do something with that. Let's start down this end of the pitch. We've got 4. It's pretty easy going. I mean, we're going to go in for 1 with everybody. That's the 1. We've got 3 left. 1, 2, and dare I say it, off screen. Better late than never. The rabble are coming forward. In the centre, shouldn't be too many dramas there. 3. Oh, there might be. 1, 2, 3. So they're not going to get in with everybody. That's a bit of a blow. So on this flank, the Jav Cav's in a bit of trouble because normally Jav Cav runs away from infantry, but elite foot have worked out a way to kill them. So, and they'll be double overlapped. So sadly, we're going to have to go in. So that's 1. We've got 3 left. I think we'll go in here for 1 more because we can. 2 left. He's going to go in. And he's going to come through to here. Let's go. 2, 2 overlap 1. 3, 6. Dead. Come on, Romans. Pull your sandals up. Let's go here. So 2, 2. Oh, the dusty old. Those dusty old boys, they just don't know when to quit. Now we're in trouble. We'll go here, 3, 3. Oh, go Romans. No good places to go now. Here. We might as well get this one out of the way. So these guys will be 3, and these guys are double overlap, zip, 3 zip. 3. That's 5, 3. Couldn't quite double them, and they're only 2 deep, so they do push them back. I think if you get to 4 deep, you can't push back. It's all over. Might as well go. There's no good ones left here. 2, 5. Oh, the Gauls are putting up a fight though. They're going to go back. And now will be 1, 5. Oh dear. I rolled that off camera probably. 7, 7-5. So the Romans couldn't kill him. They can't get hold of these naked men. They're too slippery. They stabilised their line, though. On the hill, we're going to start where we have an overlap here. It's 4, uphill 5, 5, overlap 4. Can these boys hold out for another round? And the answer is no. No, they can't. They will die. And these boys will crash forward. Here's the ball rolling. Same again. No, the ball's not rolling. So these are 4, 9, plays 8. Okay, I think we're going to switch now. I think we'll go to the central one. 4, 4. Oh. Balls are coming through like a hurricane. Okay, this is bad news. So this is going to be a 3-3. Oh, that saved them, because that was a one on a model. Last couple of combats to go. Here, we'll go here. So these guys are 4, overlap 3. And they're double overlapped. So they're 2. 2 plays 3. They just couldn't do it. Instant kill. I'll go through to there. There's a roaring great hole in the Roman line now. A roaring great hole. Here, these guys are 4 again, overlap 3, and these guys are 4, overlap 3. 3-3. Ah, no, it's a disaster. Good gravy, it's all over. That's it, command. That command's collapsed. That command has collapsed. We have the poor embattled general home on his flank, trying to stay alive. His command's fallen over now. He is 3, general 4, overlap 3, plays 2. Oh dear. So he is 4, overlap 3, gets to 4, and they are 2 plus, that's a double. I think he might be dead. I don't think he can get away from Lightfoot. Roman turn, but the general died on their left. The command's broken. Without the general, you can't hold any troops. So there's not much point in throwing a pip dice for them. It's just a tale of woe. A tale of woe. So we're just going to roll the yellow and the blue. And immediately all these troops are off ski. So things are not looking too good for the Romans. They need a big push to come anywhere close to winning this game now. They better put their cunning plan hat on, and they have got a cunning plan. They've got 4 pips, so they're going to go to there for 1, 2, 3, 4. And then they've only got 1 pip here in the middle, so they're just going to move this guy up. Now, that's all they can do. Last ditch by the Romans to try and save face. Let's fight here where the general's gone in. General is 2 versus cavalry, general 3, they're 2, flanked 1, flanked again, zip, 2 zip, and that will kill him. The Romans have only killed 2 stands of Gauls. The only time the Romans got any glory, and I forgot to move the camera, so let's recap. So they fought here, they lost, went back, they fought here and died. They fought here to a standstill, and then they pulled it out of the bag, and they killed one warband here, and they killed another warband here. So they got 2 kills in there, but they also died here. So they're just about done. Turn 7. Gauls might wrap it up here. Well, the Gauls haven't got a lot to work with, to be honest. They might go there for 1. And 2. I'll move into there. Is that command done? Over in the center. And they'll go into the camp for 1. 2. 3. Not much point moving their right flank because their enemies run away, so we just get into some fights down here. We'll go here. 3 plays 3, but they've got an overlap, so 2, 3. The Romans try to pull it out of the bag, but the bag is empty. There's nothing to pull out. They've demolished all the fencing. Here, these guys will be 3 plays 2. So that's a 9, 6. So they'll turn and go back. I think we'll try down here. These guys are just bulk standard 4s, overlap 3, plays 3. Oh, and that's a stick, 1, 1. This is a different story. These are 5 overlapped 4, plays 3. So they get to 9, 5. So they'll go back. Now these boys are in trouble because they are 2 plays 5. But they're not going to die. They're just going to go back. And then we've got this guy here. 3, 4, 3, 5, 4. And that's a death. The Terrarii didn't save the day. Here we will be 3, and they will be 5 flanked 4. So that's an 8, 8. That's a stick. And the last thing is the camp. So I don't think we get rear support, so they'll just go 3, plays 2. And they win, so that destroys the camp. Well, there you have it. That actually is a battle. The Romans have lost 56 points in infantry and 8 points for the camp. So that makes 64 points out of 96. More than half gone. They're broken. So yeah, so Scipio's fallen back in disarray. One of his lead generals is dead. He survived. He snuck out the back door. Luckily, Fabius Longus is coming up with some fresh troops. Hannibal's camped. The Boii and the rest of the Gauls are carrying a big sack of fresh food and a whole bunch of weapons back to help Hannibal's cause, and we'll move on in the campaign to Hannibal joining the fray. Yeah, so great game. Good to get a bigger sized game in. I think just limiting the pip dice for this size game and changing the army breakpoints worked quite well. Thanks for watching. Cheerio.